In this video, I am going to explain about operators. Operators are nothing but the symbols used to represent some operations. For example, see, I will say plus. So this is the one symbol used to represent addition operation. Similarly, minus. This is one symbol used to represent subtraction operation. Similarly, you will say this is star. Okay, this one indicates multiplication operation. Similarly, this is forward slash is the one symbol used to represent the division operation to obtain the quotient. Similarly, we'll call this as a modulus operator, this percentage modulus operator. That operator used to represent what? Again, division operation to obtain what? Remainder. Okay, so like this, there are so many operators are there. So operators are nothing but some symbol used to represent some operations. So now next question. So these are performing some operations on what? So generally we are using these operators on some either the constants on or on the variables. For example, I will say, let us say 5 plus 3. That means here I am performing addition operation using this plus operator on two constants 5 and 3. Or suppose assume say, I will say one more variable, I will say like let us take int a is equal to some 10. So now that means now a is a variable which holds 10. So now for that I can say a plus 5. That means now here I am performing some addition operation on two operands. So one is variable, another constant. Or similarly I can say x into y. So that means here I am performing some operation on two variables. That means whenever we are performing any operations, we have to perform that operation using some operators on either the constants or on the variables, or combination of this constant or variables, or both the constant or both the variables. Okay, so here this constant and variables we call it as operands. Okay, now operands are nothing but the constants or variables on which we are performing some operations using operators. Or in simple word I can say operators operates on operands. Okay, I will repeat, operators operate on operands. Okay, this is what the operators. So C supports rich set of operators. Okay, based on how many number of operands the operation is performing. So operators are broadly categorized into three types. One is unary operator, binary operator, and ternary operator. Okay, now let us see what you mean by unary operator. Unary operators are the operators which operates only on one operand. Okay, so that means only one operand, one operator. Okay, so which are the unary operators? So we are having plus, minus, this is logical not, we'll call this a logical not, and address of operator, and this is plus plus and minus minus, they are called increment and decrement operator. Okay, let us discuss one by one. Okay, so this plus, see, already I told this plus indicates addition operation. So whenever we are adding, actually two values we need or two things we need. But here some of the operators acts as an unary operator and as well as binary operator. But here, so we are discussing this unary operator. That means whenever I want to say some value, see, I will say, if I say this is 7, this 7 doesn't having any sign. Okay, so it indicates plus only, but sometimes intentionally we will say this is plus 7 or this is minus 7. Okay, so see these are same, but when I use like this is called unsigned number. When I use like this, when I use some sign and as well as magnitude, it is called as signed numbers. So in the signed numbers, the sign may be the plus or minus. So here, so this is not addition. This plus or this minus indicates the value of the 7 is a positive number or negative number, it will say. Okay, for that purpose we are using this unary plus and unary minus. When we are using unary plus and unary minus, that means when we are using plus and minus only on one operand, or for example like this, okay, plus x or minus A, like that. So now here, that means whenever this plus and minus acts on single variable, okay, or single operand, so then we'll call it as a unary operator. It is not doing operation, it will just indicate the sign of the number, that's it, okay. So these are the unary plus and unary minus. So when put logical not, see, suppose my value, one variable, I am using I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0. Now if I say not I, that means not I means 1. That means in order to complement the result, see, in our digital, so we'll say 0 as false, 1 as true. The result is 0. If you want to make it complement, I will apply not I. So not I means it becomes 1. Similarly, suppose if I value is already 1, not I is equal to, if I say not I, it becomes 0. Okay, so in this case, so I is equal to 0, not I becomes 1. If I is equal to 1, not I becomes 0. That means whenever if you want to complement the result, so we are using not operation. So again, this not operation is acting on only one operand. Okay, so it's a logical not, it's a unary operator. So then comes ampersand. So we'll call this as an address of operator. Okay, so we'll call what? Address of operator. So that means sometimes I want to get the address of some variables. So at that time, so we are using this address of operator. So already we discussed this address of operator in scanf. See, I told variable means what? Variable is nothing but some name given to memory location address. That means every memory location in our main memory is having a unique address. So for that unique address, we are seeing some name. So that name given to that memory location address is called variable. So sometimes I want to get that address. For that we are using ampersand. Okay. For example, suppose I say ampersand of A. That means whatever the variable is, address I will get. I will get the address of that A. Okay. So this is what the address of operator. Again, it is operating on single operand. Hence, it is what? Unary operator. Okay. Hope it is clear for you people. Now let us see. This is called increment operator. Okay. This is called what? Increment operator. This increment operator, what it will do? It will increase the value of the variable just by 1. Okay. So this increment operator increase the value of a variable by 1. For example, suppose if I say A is equal to, some A is equal to already some value 5 is there. If I say A plus plus, so then value becomes what? 6. Already 5 is there. Now I am incrementing the value by plus plus, means value will be incremented by 1. So this plus plus, A plus plus can be done as whatever the value of A is there, that will be incremented by 1 and the result of this will be assigned to A only. Instead of writing like this, we are writing this one. So always by default, A plus plus means value of it, the variable is incremented by 1 and the updated value will be again stored in A. Okay, this is what the meaning of increment. So, but the increment operator is divided again 2 types we are having. Okay, so one is post increment, another one is pre increment. Now, what do you mean by post increment? So this is the example of post increment. Okay, post increment means, so first variable name and then we are writing plus plus. Pre increment means first plus plus then the variable. Okay, so that was the meaning. That means increment, post, that means after the variable. After the variable. Okay, after the variable. Okay, here pre means first before the variable. But what both functionalities same, both will increases the value of the variable just by 1. But what is the difference? As the name indicates post increment, when I say this A plus plus, always we are taking first variable, the value, I'm taking variable value. That means the previous, before incrementing the 1, that value I'm taking. After taking the variable value, then I'm incrementing. That's the thing. But here it is not the case. First, you increment the value and then take the value. Okay. Here first, increment the variable value and then get the what? Updated value, I will say. That means incremented value. Incremented value. Okay, but here not like that. Okay. First, get the variable value. And then increment. So that means here, first I'm getting the variable value, means I'm getting the old value, and then I'm updating. Okay, but here not like that. First increment, get the updated value. That is the difference. Okay. So for that, so let us take for example, say, let's say A again. A is equal to A is equal to 5. A is equal to 5. Now if I say printf, say value before incrementing is equal to, say, percentage d slash n. So I will write, so let us complete this one. Printf double quotes value before increment is equal to percentage d slash n, and simply printing the value a. Okay, so what it will print? So I'm not doing anything. A is equal to 5 declared, so it will print a only. Now if I say a plus plus, now I incremented. Now if I say again, say printf value after incrementing is equal to percentage d slash n a. So now it will print 6, because what happens? See, a is equal to 5 is there. It will print first. Next, after that, I am incrementing. So, but here I am taking, see, this is a complete statement. It will exit. First, it will take the value, increment, a becomes what? 6. Next one, it will print 6 only print. So, this will print 5 and this will print 6. That I will show you by executing. See, the same program I have typed. I declared one variable a is equal to 5, and then I clear the screen. So then before incrementing value of a is equal to percentage d, I'm printing a value. After printing this, the original value of a, then I'm incrementing the a value by using post increment, and then again I'm printing the value of a after incrementing. Okay, so let us check for the errors first. So no errors. So then I checked, see, before incrementing value of a is equal to 5. So then after incrementing value of a is equal to 6. See exactly what we have think that first print of 5, second print of 6, same thing we got now. 5 and 6 we got, okay. So let us see, now same thing. So now I will write this, instead of printing this a, this one, I will make it comment. Okay, so in order to comment, just write the double slash. So double slash, if you write double slash like this for any line at the beginning, so that line is not going to execute it. Okay, that will be commented. Okay, so now here instead of that, I am printing a plus plus. So that means here value of a is equal to 5. I am printing is equal to same value. So here is expected 5. So here what I should get, I am incrementing the value. So earlier I am incrementing here. Okay, so okay. I'm getting here, if you're printing 6, a only 6. But now let us, instead of incrementing here, okay, suppose if you are getting confusion, I will delete this line. See, I will delete this line. So now that instead of that a, there a plus, plus here I'm printing. Now according to what we have to get, here 5 and 6, right? So let us see what we are getting, okay? So since again changes I did, so again I'm compiled. So I check for the errors. Okay, so now see, both are getting 5 and 5. So this is because of the post increment. See, according to our expectation, I should get 5 here. This is fine, but this is what we are expecting 6, because we are incremented a value by a plus plus, but we are getting 5 only. Why? Because here first I am taking the variable value and then I am printing, but I am not getting the incremented value. But same thing if you write after this printf or value of a is equal to percentage d, simply I'm printing now a value. See, now let's see what this line should print. So this is 5, it is printing. This is 5 printing. This should print what? 6. Because first I'm taking the value and then it will increment plus 1. So that the updated value is not 6. Now that one I'm printing here. Okay. So again, check for the errors. No errors. So now see 5, 5, now I'm printing 6. Is expected. Okay, so this is how post increment will work. But suppose if instead of that a plus plus, okay, so now I will use what? Plus plus here, that means pre increment. So what happens? See, this line I will get comment. I will this line I'm not executing, so I did commented. So now this will print what? 5 as usual. But here what I did, so I incremented first, then I'm printing A. Okay, so I should get 6. See, 5 and 6. This is as expected. So in summary is, in the post increment, first variable value is taken, then it is incremented, whereas in the pre-increment, first value is incremented first and the updated value is going to take. Okay, so this is about the pre-increment. In the same way, so decrement. So decrement, the same thing. So increment will increment the value by 1, whereas decrement the value by 1. That means minus 1. Okay, so now I would say a minus minus. Now initially value of a is equal to what? 5. But what I should get, since it is a post decrement, first I'm taking the value and then decrement 5, and as well as 5 only, but the value becomes 4 actually. Okay, so I'll save this. I check for the errors. No errors. See, now 5 and 5 only. Why? Because we are making post decrement. Suppose if I use pre-decrement, okay, pre-decrement. So then what I should get? First I decrement the value and then updated value taken. So it should print 5 and it should print 4. Okay. See, this is 5 and this is 4. Okay. So this is how post decrement and pre-decrement work. Okay, so these are the 5 unary operators. So hope you people clear. If you have any questions, please write it in the comments. Thank you. Thanks for watching.